Well, thank you for that, Alex. When I'm looking at just the ballpark numbers and the impact, around 3.7% of the portfolio is credit cards. That will definitely struggle to grow because you won't be, or rather Kotak won't be issuing any new credit cards, at least for the 9th to 15th month kind of period for sure. This portfolio has grown at 52% year over year, at least ended Q3 FY24. Q4 numbers yet to come out. So it's low base but very, very high growth. Outside of that, you have their BNPL products, which they sell through Kotak 811 and through online channels predominantly. 90 to 95% of them are sold through online channels. And that too has grown significantly quickly, roughly 33% on a year-on-year basis, 8% sequential is how that portfolio is growing. And that will also likely see a bit of a tempering or a slowing down. But I think the largest impact will be on new customers. New customers added over the last 1 year till Q3 FY24 was roughly a crore, which is a 25% growth from 3.9 to 4.9. So that growth might just taper, and that number one would have to wait and watch out for as to where that number is. Because if new customers continue to get added, then likely some of the other products they can continue to do should not be a problem. So some commentary around that will help. But currently we have most brokerages maintaining or just about reducing the target price, not the rating on the stock. So that's the first piece. Now, stock down 10%, 3.3 lakh crore in terms of market cap, 90,000 odd crore in terms of standalone book value, cumulative, and therefore the stock on a consol basis is trading at roughly 2.6 times price to book, well below its long-term as well as short-term as well as medium-term averages, right. Well below it. Yeah. So definitely something to look out for, because the stock has taken a bit of a beating, yeah, in comparative terms to itself, trading at quite a low in terms of book value.
Absolutely. In fact, that is the story that we're focusing on. Thanks, Harsh, for summing that up. In fact, it's a great time to get on our experts. We've got Shaina Mukaddam as well as Ajit Pishra joining in. Shaina, the first question to you. Kotak Mahindra Bank, a disappointment, not just today, but if I look back from COVID lows, it's not done very much either. Even over the last 5 years, at this juncture, if you're talking about 18% gains, then a shareholder might just have received more if they'd put it in a 5-year fixed deposit. And that's saying something for one of the largest private sector banks in India. What is your understanding of what will happen from this point? Because some are talking about the potential for a buying opportunity with a stock like this down about 10%. Is it that?
Well, actually, if you see even valuations at, despite the fall and underperformance over the last so many quarters in terms of stock price, still valuations are not expensive, especially if you compare it with the correction that we've seen in HDFC Bank, and even the other large banks have actually consolidated. So in terms of valuation, Kotak Mahindra Bank still remains expensive. Having said that, you also have these additional restrictions by RBI, which over the next couple of quarters is likely to see the bank trying to put its act in place and, continue to see slow growth. So to that extent, I think it is better to avoid, don't catch a falling knife. Kotak Mahindra Bank, even as of now, it would be better not to, get into that stock. The other stocks in the banking space, you can even look at Axis Bank now, which is more or less the size of Kotak in terms of market cap. There, the numbers were great. Of course, you have HDFC, ICICI Bank and SBI that remain other top picks.